I don't get how that can be just looked down at. Like,
It's
bro,
not looked down
relax.
at, bro. I just put it in its
Welcome to
proper
the
perspective.
podcast. Welcome to the podcast.
Yo,
It-
yo, yo, it's your
It's the
boy.
three. It's the three horsemen today. I'm your host, Paji Carter. Got my guy Anthony the Great, Rastic.
Yo.
How you guys feeling
Yup.
today,
Oh, blessings, brother. Blessings. How you feel?
man? God is great. Paper is straight. Let's get this thing on the road. We got to talk heavy. Um, I guess the breaking news that I want to start off discussing is that Lamar Jackson contract.
Yes,
Boom,
sir, Ski.
boom. After what? 2 seasons of negotiations?
Way too long, in my opinion, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, yeah. Missing in action and way too many games. You know, we missed 10 major games, but still, I mean, he was able to land a contract. Now let's speak on how this contract was landed actually without uh having an official agent. You know, tell us Rastic, how did that thing come about?
Yeah, it's a word on the street is Jalen Hurts agent like kind of alley ooped it and brokered the deal for him and shit.
Wow. And he
Mm.
he actually got
And then
he
he
got
got him more bread.
more than he got for his own client.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well,
Whatever they
in defense of it, it is a player that has already won the league MVP and some multiple playoff appearances.
yeah, yeah.
So
Absolutely. This is why I respect it too, right? Because of the way it happened too. You know what I mean? He held out on signing the franchise, and
oh yeah,
so in that retrospect, it's like if he do get offered some bread, it's clearly going to be way more than the average Joan because he had to go through some more extra hoops to
yeah,
get
he
to that
sat out
level.
for it. He sat out for it. He's making it
Right,
worth. He making it worth his weight.
right.
for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? So I definitely can respect that part of it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
Without
for
a
sure.
doubt. So LFX Media, we really appreciate you coming out to the. It's actually my professional Facebook page, the YouTube LFX Media. Are we on? Are we streaming on your platform too, Rastic? Did you link
Yeah,
that?
we on the J Rastic personal page and we on the Rastic TV YouTube.
All right,
Yo,
LFX Media dot live. Yes, sir. We are in the building. We're discussing the NFL Draft 2023. A lot of NBA historic action we got to get to. So let's get to it, brothers. Starting
yes,
off
sir.
with the draft. Now, should we? I see this guy's a Giants fan. I'm gonna let him start off the draft talk. How did the Giants how did the Giants fare in the draft?
I like that
I
they
mean,
draft pick too. By the way, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go and
yeah,
give
yeah,
y'all props up front. I like that y'all draft pick.
yeah. It was cute.
he like it was cute, but I mean, we traded. I feel like we did a little too much to go up like one space, but
I never looked at what y'all gave up.
we gave up two pick. They was further picks. Let me see. I'm trying to remember. Because we traded with I think Jacksonville and somebody else to move up from 25th to 24th. Let me
Yes,
look
sir.
though. I want to make sure I get it correct.
While he's doing
Mm.
that, I'll speak on the Eagles. We all good in the neighborhood. All we really wanted was DeAndre Hopkins. That's, that's all. But it, we got the first round, number 9, defensive tackle Jalen Carter. You know, first round also 30th linebacker Nolan Smith. Second round we got number 62. We got our own pick, and then it goes down, down, down to third. So yeah, that's what the Eagles looking like. You know, we still in position. Fly Eagles fly. Yeah, I mean,
Real deal.
yes, sir. And actually, let's talk about some Texans news, bro.
Yes, sir.
Now, because we're in Houston, we have to cover it. Shout
Oh,
out, shout out to Houston XFL Roughnecks, first season in the XFL in the playoffs tomorrow. LFX,
yes, sir.
I believe we're gonna be there. It's between between that and some other content. We're gonna decide as it goes. We're gonna flip a coin and see, where we're gonna.
Which route we rock with?
Yeah, is we gonna be in Sugarland, or is we gonna be in the Tray? Am I correct? Is that where they playing at?
The
They play U of H, right?
U of A Stadium. Yeah,
Yeah. We gonna be in the Tray, or we gonna be in Sugarland, one or the other.
one of the two.
Yeah, it's jumping off in the H. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I think we got a Cowboys fan in here too.
You know,
What them boys looking like?
we had when it got us a kind of a. I think my best way to describe them would be a project, but like a project that's like 80% done.
Mm-hmm.
Like his physicals, crazy, right? Like crazy physical uh traits. So it's just all about polishing them up and making sure that you maximize what you're getting out of him.
Right.
I can mess with that. Margie Smith.
Uh-huh.
Right, right. Yeah, he was but and the reason that I give a lot of respect to the Cowboys when they draft, and I try to get a lot of my, I will admit this, don't you don't I'll never say this, out loud, but a lot of my fellow Cowboy fans, they can be very I wouldn't say delusional always, but they
Right.
definitely can be, man, so emotional and over the top sometimes. Just be like, bruh, let these folks do what they get paid to do, because everybody was high and high and had it was crazy, going crazy when we drafted Tyron Smith because they didn't know who he was. Oh, who is this?
Right.
We all who is this no name lineman? Who's the woo? He just turned out to be a cat that looked like he's gonna be a perennial Pro Bowler, 10-year starter. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean? Like, so no matter that's one thing I never get delusional about. No matter how much I know my Cowboys or my Texans, I don't know them more than the cats that get paid hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars to come and look at these cats play every day. So I'm gonna give my own opinion on it, right? But if I know that we need it, for instance, if I know that's the position that we needed, and it's your job to scout the talent, then you felt the need with what you felt was the best talent. I can't knock it. I'm ready to see what he do. You know, I'm ready to see what he brings to the table. Because physically, Tyron Smith was there. We all knew it. Like, damn, maybe the Cowboys really know how to coach up these linemen. Maybe that might really be a strong suit of theirs. You know what I mean? Because think about it. When we first was good with Dak and Zeke, why was we really good? Because we could run the ball on everybody on that we came across. We had probably the best O line in the game. Then the O line got a little worse. They drafted, developed. Now it's a good, you know what I'm saying? Good O line. You got like 2, 3 Hall of Famers on that line right now. So
Mm.
yeah, it's
If
definitely gonna be good to watch.
and I believe towards was it the end of the season, like around the playoffs last year, me and you was discussing uh Aaron Rodgers
hmm
moving, which he ended up where he ended up going to the Jets.
He actually is a jet, bro. I would, where I was leaning towards him coming right on down to the Lone Star State, man. Go on up
Exactly.
there to Dallas, man.
That's what we was talking about. The end of the season. And
Come on. But I mean, I guess he went to New York. You feel how it is what it is.
yeah,
I I don't think they Super Bowl ready, bro.
nah, the Jets took a L for what they they received.
I don't think they fucking Super Bowl ready. Like Aaron Rodgers, the truth. So I think he gon' that's
Yeah,
still
they
my
gonna make some noise.
he's still my favorite all time quarterback. I ain't saying he the GOAT. He just my favorite. You know what I mean? So him and Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning, my favorite quarterback too.
Yeah, him and Peyton, they're my favorite quarterbacks all time. So it's like, shoot, I think Peyton might be one. I think honestly, Peyton got more of an argument as the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? He got a GOAT argument, in my
I,
opinion.
I believe that too. It's a
You
lot
think
of
so
people
too,
that don't.
bro?
A lot of people don't feel like that.
I think Peyton got a nice little argument for the GOAT, bro. Only because when you look at how Tom Brady did it, he was solid. I ain't saying that he ain't the GOAT. Tom Brady is the GOAT, I think, but I just think that Peyton got his own argument because when you look at Tom Brady never won a Super Bowl without a top 10 ranked defense. Top 10. One of the best defenses in the league. Every year he won a Super Bowl, he had complimentary football being played. He didn't have to go and drop 30 a game to win them Super Bowls. He was winning some of them Super Bowls with 1 or 2 touchdown passes. You know what I'm saying? Like, because their
Yeah.
defense was real top 10. Now you go back and see my boy Peyton. He didn't have no such luck over there, bro. He had a top 10 defense once. You know what happened that year?
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Then he left, went to Denver. They had a top ranked defense. You know what happened?
Yeah.
Super Bowl. So I ain't saying that it would have been like that anytime he had a good defense. I am saying he didn't have no good defenses like that. And that's always,
And every time he did,
Super Bowl.
he went. Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't gonna say he won it every time, but
The thing that makes me crazy about Peyton Manning is the way he his play calling, his audible, and being able to read the defense. It just was like a super big margin to like the
bro.
other quarterbacks. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
bro.
And who really knew a quarterback for they audible?
Only
like,
him,
yeah,
bro.
like,
I think in the history of the game, bro, I don't recall no other quarterback that's being the highlight of what I remember them for. Like just a pre-snap. This is before the football is ever put into play. He the
yeah,
best quarterback ever, in my opinion. Before the football is hyped is not a question to me. Because it ain't no such thing as good defense. Because he would come there and read whatever your good defense is
Pick them
and
apart.
audible out of it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like before you ever get to make a I see what they doing. Omaha, ooh, he directing traffic now.
No, that's a fact.
And even was competitive coaching against his brother.
Oh yeah, he wasn't happy at all about that bullshit thing.
Was that
And you
crazy?
know I was rooting for Peyton because I feel like when folks started questioning Eli being over him because Eli had 2 rings, I had to start talking.
No,
I
Eli
had to
was my
start
man,
talking.
but I always was like in
And I
perspective of that.
respect Eli wins. I'm not shitting on none of Eli's accomplishments. I do
Eli
feel he's
wasn't
one.
the quarterback
Look,
Peyton was though.
it's not him. He is not him. And that's all I wanted folks to understand. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
shit on that man. But I will say this. If he ever make it to the Hall of Fame, with all due respect, he'll be one of the most overrated motherfuckers up in there on me.
You think? You think?
On
No,
me, bro.
I
And
can't give
listen,
you that. I
that's
can't
with
give you that.
all due respect, bro. That's with all
I
due
feel
respect.
you. I feel you.
Like I just don't think it's gonna be too many cats in Canton next to him. That if you really look at them, size them up, player to player, you might find 1 or 2 from the early football days that you could take Eli over. But when you get to talk about them modern day dogs, bro, I don't know none that I'm taking
Bro,
Eli over, bro.
he had the highest fourth quarter percentage.
The highest
They was calling
interception percentage.
him the comeback kid. They were saying he's the Michael Jordan of the fourth quarter.
Come on, bro.
And he had the 1 year he had the most game winning drives.
No, bro, I'm not saying he didn't have great moments.
Yeah.
Like I say, I wouldn't, and that's why I say if he made it, which means what? I'm open to the thought of him potentially making it.
Yeah.
Potentially. But if he do, it would be so fucking tight that I would be like, bro, I don't know if it is, I can't really, maybe Terry Bradshaw. I'd take Eli over Terry Bradshaw.
You mean the pre-hypes?
I'll take him over Terry. And that's all due respect to old Terry Bradshaw. That's a Shreveport, Louisiana product. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Shreveport. That's where all my family from. I'm the only Houstonian in my family. But salute to Shreveport. But Bradshaw, you wasn't really too hot either, boy.
Nah, I watched him, and he
Okay, hey, look, I'm gonna let Pete speak on you,
had
Terry.
he had Lynn Swan, and
Come on
John
now.
Stallworth, and he had them jumping so high up in the air that they was almost breaking their neck to catch his passes. I was there. I seen it.
So yeah,
Three River
that's not
State.
my word. Don't take my word for it.
I was there. I seen it. But all the more or less, what I want to do real quick, since we still on the NFL draft,
What you
we
got?
had a, we had a show planned yesterday, and I want to go over some mock draft choices from a few different outlets, and then we're gonna talk about how it ended up. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
so I'm gonna run through it real quick. We're gonna start with NFL.com. They had quarterback Bryce Young from Alabama
Mm-hmm.
uh, going to the Panthers. Number
Mm-hmm.
two, they had C.J. Stroud, Ohio
Yeah.
State, quarterback to the Texans. Number three, they had Will Anderson. He was an edge player from Alabama. They had him going to the Texans. Four, they had
Now,
Will Lewis.
this is what really happened then, bro. Because remember, this so
Them
this
top
so we
three.
yeah, them
Yes,
top three. So who mock was this? Because this not a mock then. This was just what happened then.
this NFL.com.
Okay, so this just the real draft.
It's the real draft.
Okay.
Jalen Carter, five. Devon Witherspoon, six. Christian Gonzalez,
Nah,
seven.
nah. They started getting it off
Yeah,
because four Anthony Richardson with the Colts from
okay.
Florida, and then Devon Witherspoon with the Seahawks.
Right.
So they
Right,
had them first three spot on.
So
right,
they
right.
they felt like the Texans was gonna trade back in. Oh,
Yeah.
these niggas got some insiders. Y'all ain't fooling me.
Exactly. You already know what it is. That's why I started with NFL.com first. This was the last one that I researched, but I said I'm gonna start with them because the way it turned out, you know. But number eight, they had Bijan Robinson, running back from Texas, go to the Falcons. Tyree Wilson, number nine, from Texas Tech to the Bears, and number 10, Nolan Smith, the edge player from Georgia, to the Eagles. That was a
Yeah.
number 10.
Okay.
Next, we're going to go with Yahoo. Let's go with Yahoo. Charles McDonald was the writer. He had Bryce Young, uh, Will Lewis, and Will Anderson
Mm.
to the Cardinals, Texans, and Panthers. So his number four was Anthony Richardson from Florida, the quarterback to the Colts. Five, Jalen Carter, Georgia, defensive tackle to the Seahawks. Six, Devon Witherspoon, who cornerback, super cornerback from Illinois, go to the
Yeah.
Lions.
Boy,
Um,
nice.
real nice. He real nice. Tyree Wilson, number seven, Texas Tech, edge to the Raiders.
Boy,
Eight,
nice too.
yes, sir. Paris Johnson from the Ohio State to go to the Steelers. He's an offensive tackle. Uh, Peter Skoronsky, if I messed your name up, come see me on it, bro.
Yeah, now you got it right, bro.
Northwestern, the offensive tackle to the Bears. And number 10, Christian Gonzalez from Oregon, the cornerback to the Eagles.
Boy,
Uh,
real
He was
nice.
he was he was close. He was
mm,
not really close. He got a couple right.
yeah,
Um,
it's a
I think
crapshoot.
folks got a good feel for the players that was gonna go. They just didn't know
yeah,
exactly where and who was gonna
where they
take
was
them.
going, yeah, because
Yeah.
the Raiders took Tyree Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the Falcons at 8 took beat John Robinson from Texas.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles took Jalen Carter from Georgia, defensive
Mm-hmm.
tackle. And the Bears took Darnell Wright, offensive tackle. Oh,
Okay.
and 11, the Texans took Peter Skrinovsky from Northwestern.
Scores on again. So
Oh,
yeah.
that's what they had them taking in that mouth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the
Texas
athletic,
said, "Fuck that, we coming right back at it." I say, I ain't mad at y'all boys. Y'all go be aggressive, man.
right?
Bring the
So
winners to the city. I actually got to listening to their actual introductory speeches too earlier today, P.
oh yeah.
Yeah, they had they open and press conferences for the city, man. Listen, man, them fellas got some good heads on their shoulders, brother. I like how they talking. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? Especially Will, bro. I think I'm a rock with Will, bro. Will Anderson, bro.
Yeah.
Seemed like a solid young cat, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed like
Beautiful.
a solid young cat for real, for real. You know, he was raised by 6 women, so
Oh yeah.
yeah, all of that's all of them that was at that was at the draft and everything. It was good to
Yeah.
see that he spoke on that. You know what I'm saying? How they always help how they help raise him and stuff, and they
Mm.
give him a lot of praise, but they might hit him with criticism just as much. He say, if not more. He said they'll
Oh,
hit him with. He say it gets so bad they'll hit him with the image that they would screenshot plays that they didn't like that he did and put it in group chats with all
oh,
of the sisters and him in there, and they'll be like, "You was looking slow on this play." I said, "God," he's like, "Yeah, you looked a little slow right here. You need to get I don't know what they are, and just little picks, little stuff that they'll pick at him and put in
Yeah,
there."
yeah. I
But
would
yeah,
have
that's
loved.
good though. I think that's gonna help him out. I think that type of honesty with your fam and
yeah,
you know what I'm saying,
and they gonna
driving you
hold
to
him
do better.
accountable.
Yeah, holding you accountable and driving you to do better. I think that's gonna work out good for him out here, especially with a head coach like like the Miko. So
Mm.
yeah. And him and Miko hit it off, both being Alabama boys too. So that's I can't wait to see how that work out too.
Yeah,
CJ
yeah.
Stroud,
We
yeah,
gonna
I'm ready to see.
LFX Media will be in the building to see how that turns out. You
Oh,
know.
no doubt. No questions about it. No questions about it. I gotta see what Miko. Hey, listen, I was a big D'Amico Ryans fan when he came because he was part of the early Texans. I think like '06. Was it
Mm-hmm.
'06? I think it was like '06 he came in the league. And
Mm-hmm.
I think the Texans was on like maybe 3, 4 years old at the time. So, we still like trying to, because, I had only known the Cowboys before that. So, I'm like, hey, I got a hometown team now. I can root
Hard,
for the H too.
hard hit. Hard hit.
so, so yeah, man, got Miko Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's not light, bro. Come on now, Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Well, was one of them ones. Nice
Indeed. So
career.
I fuck with
I'm
it.
gonna shout out again to everybody who's catching our live stream on Rasik's personal Facebook page, on my professional Rico Verdict page on Facebook, YouTube, LFX Media. Give us a comment. Let us know how your team fared in the draft. Drop a comment, who your team is, how you felt y'all came out in the draft, the player that you favored, the player that you didn't want, that you ended up getting. Let us know. And also, we're looking for some comments in lfxmedia.live. We still have yet to get a comment on our own platform, so we might have to tech support, see what's going on over there.
Yeah, I think that's what I think I do need to we do need to hit them up because
I think that's what it
yeah,
is.
I was looking at it. It's some
Yeah.
we'll talk about that later. But yeah, we need to get that checked out
Oh yeah, the analytics is looking good over there on our own platform. You know,
for sure.
we review them once a week, and it's coming along beautifully. Matter of fact, we've been busy this week. We're gonna have to go over it this weekend, Sunday, before we do our trade talk.
For sure, for sure. For sure, for sure.
So, but just to finish off this draft discussion, I'm gonna finish up the third mock that was thrown out there, and this was the Athletic, the platform, the Athletic. They had number one Bryce Young to the Panthers, number two Will Anderson to the Texans, number three Tyree Wilson to the Cardinals, four C.J. Stroud from the Ohio State to the Colts, five Dalen Carter to the Seahawks, six Devin Witherspoon going to the Lions, seven Christian Gonzalez going to the Raiders, eight Bijan Robinson to the Falcons, nine Paris Johnson from the Ohio State to is that the Bears? Look like
At
the
number
Bears.
9 or number
Number
10.
nine, yeah, to the Bears, and that
Right,
was by way of Carolina's trade.
right.
That's what
But then y'all took the ninth pick.
exactly. Yeah. So Peter Skoskonsky, I'm purposely trying to butcher his name. Peter Skoronsky going at number 10 to the Eagles. That's what the Athletic said was going down.
Oh, okay.
Boom, boom. So yeah, we are going to head over to the NBA. Before we get into the playoffs, shout out to the Rockets' new coach. We
Uh,
was around that press conference. Uh, Beautiful transition into the city. Of course, you're going to come with a lot of hate. What went down in Boston? That was the major questions they asked,
Yeah,
and
they did kind of bombard him. I ain't gonna say bombard him because with all
they
due
did.
respect, it is allegations. It is what it is. But golly,
Yeah, as journalists should. That's what they do. You know,
right?
they dig dirt up. So, Tillman and the Rockets organization said they did their due diligence. They talked to coaches that he played for. They talked to teams and players that was involved with his administration at the Spurs. They went deep and they felt like they made a great decision. And we're going to see. I'm happy for the pick. Bring it on for the Rockets this season.
I think that's gonna be great for the Rockets. I think he's gonna bring that defensive mind that they lack right now, especially
Mm,
with the youngsters. When you
yeah.
look at what he did over there with Boston, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and what he was able to bring, the mentality he was able to bring to them. Even when you think back to like what's his name, Tatum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tatum wasn't revered as a defensive player initially. That was
Mm-hmm.
not what folks looked at him as. Like, and I'm a Tatum fan. I've been rooting for Tatum since the day he committed to Duke.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
uh, just in all of that, I know for sure he wasn't revered as a defensive player like that.
Right.
And then in comes Ime, and the entire Celtics roster looks like first team defenders, right? And it was clear that it was just a mindset thing because a lot of these cats in the league have the skill set to be great defenders. That's why when folks say stuff like, "Oh yeah, if you came up in the league back then, you," now they just emphasize defense back then. So these athletes that just choose to not play defense as much in this NBA wouldn't have had that option in that NBA and would have probably been better because they wouldn't have had them type of options. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, just to see Ime, to see Ime do what he did there with the youngsters, and as far as establishing mindset and defensive minded basketball, and then to think about the potential of the youngsters here with the likes of Atari Eason, who I think is going to benefit greatly from uh Ime because he feels like he would fit with a Boston Celtics team, long, athletic, defensive, lanky, does all the little stuff. You know what I mean? Jalen Green, I think, is going to benefit greatly because it's going to help him, I think, to dig in on that side from a mentality standpoint. Because athletically, like I say, man, he can jump out the gym. He quick. He not small. You know what I'm saying? So put on a little weight. I think it's going to be nice, real nice. And of course, Jabari Smith, who between him and Tari, I think gonna be like the most prototypical Ime and that team that they had type players, long defenders that can shoot and stretch the floor and cut to the rack.
I
So
remember in the
mm-hmm,
press conference, they made those comparisons between
mm-hmm,
the players that he built over at the Celtics and
mm-hmm.
similarities to the guys over in the Rockets. And
Yep,
please,
they did touch on a couple of them.
let's not
I think Kevin Porter Jr. too. We didn't mention him. He was at the actual he was
that
there. He was the one player that showed up to the actual coach conference, to the
for,
press conference.
for sure. And let's not forget that he's a student of Pop. Let's not forget that.
Hmm. Hmm.
We got a lot of good things to look for in this Rockets, and it ain't going to be a turnaround. This season we headed to the playoffs or none of that. But
Hmm.
it's a great from dissecting and rebuilding a whole from the general manager down to the coach, the beard. Everybody has to go, and unfortunately. And with Tillman, the owner, this is his 6 year in. He came in the first year with 60 plus wins, something like that. So yeah, we looking forward to a great season.
He trying to get back to that.
Exactly.
And it's clear he don't mind. They was asking him in the conference about him not wanting to spend. He was like, "You would have to tell me where I didn't spend it at. I don't know." Like, like you know, what I'm saying we
On that private jet, they the only ones with that. Did you
only
hear
one in the
that?
league, only NBA team in the league with their own private jet. Like, come on, man. Like, how he not spending? How he not spending, bro?
It's
Like,
a
That
write
was
off.
hogwash.
It's a write off.
it's a write off. He ain't. He think that he'll be dumb not to spend it. That's why he happy to say stuff like that. Like, yeah, we're the only team with our only private jet. We got our new facility. You heard about that new facility going to be in the Galleria. He slipped up and mentioned that he wasn't supposed to say.
$70 million facility.
$70 million, right in the middle of a $1 billion area over there.
Yes, I mean he slipped that out by accident.
Shit, that's gonna be yeah. He ain't even. He said, "Yeah, I really messed that up." And that really made him mad. They made him mad when they say he wasn't spending, so it made him start
So he
flexing
got
a
the
little
yeah,
bit. Yeah,
he
bro.
got the
Yeah, he
peacocking
started.
on their ass.
Bro, he started flexing a little bit and accidentally gave us too much, bro. He was like, "Oh, I really," because they came back to it after. You know, the journalists doing their job. They waited and came back to it and was like, "Hey, so about that facility, is it?" He said, "Yeah, I really messed up on that one. I was I wasn't supposed to
Type
mention
shit.
that yet." So yeah, man, I'm excited to see what he made, and I'm a big Tillman fan, so you know. I rocks with everything he doing. So ownership wise, I rock with the team. Coaching wise, I rock with the team. Ime was literally probably if not my favorite, because I'm big on Eric Spoelstra, but he definitely was like one of my top two, three favorite coaches last year. So to have him now in the city with all the young talent that they got and that they finna acquire, because if they go anywhere in the top three, you got to understand like that's some solid top players at that top three. Even if it's Scoot Henderson or the homie from Alabama. You know what I mean? Like
For
Yeah.
sure.
we know Wimby gonna be a Wimby. We know what I'm saying. We like, hey, well, the sky's the limit if you can get Wimby. But even if you come up on something like Scoot Henderson or the other bull, it's like shit. Hey man, you throw that with a good coach and these young pieces they already got. I'm excited to see what the city gonna turn out next season.
For sure. And let me add this, in case you didn't know who Tillman, the owner of the Rockets, is. He actually worth 17 billion, and and I'm saying that not as a flex, but he still has a nice luxury cap on the team, regardless of how much bread he has. They still looking good business wise.
When I knew Tillman was really that man, bro.
Hmm.
When folks was selling basketball teams and everybody was coming together with joint ventures and stuff, like, yeah, I'm gonna come with my piece and all that. And Tillman strolled through the H. I picture it being in a Bentley Rolls Royce or something. That's how I picture him pulling up to the set and came and said, I got it.
Let me get
I
that.
don't need no team. Don't, none of that. I got it. I knew
Yes,
then. I said, oh, we done bought another real boss to the city. I
for
say, hey,
sure.
bro, think about it. All these teams be having joint ventures, and oh yeah, this on the game, partial. I thought for sure it was gonna be multiple buyers when he bought the team 6 years ago. That
Listen.
man rolled up to that mug one deep. I picture it being in like a Bentley Rolls Royce. That's how I see him coming up out of there.
For sure. And what's that Drake line? You a post oak baby.
Posto baby.
That's that's his hotel. In case y'all don't read
You a
between the lines,
posto
that's
baby.
that's his hotel, and it's
Yeah, bro.
connected to a Rolls Royce dealership that he owns.
Dealership. Yeah. Yeah, that's
See,
how, like I say, this is not fabricated. This is not just far fetched stuff. I literally picture him pulling up in
hmm
something that he sells. It ain't nothing to him. It's
hmm
everything to me. Nothing to that man.
yes, sir. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get into the NBA playoffs.
For
Um,
sure.
who who would have thunk that the Greek Freak would be discombobulated in front of the audience, explaining why he is not moving further in the playoffs? Who would have thunk this?
No, nobody
Wouldn't
would
it?
have thought
The
that.
best record in the league.
Yeah, like
Who would have thunk?
best in the whole NBA. You got beat by a play-in team
What
that
what
lost their first game. They ain't even win. They ain't like they was even like, oh yeah, we play in, we gonna win our first. Like they lost it and then had to win the second one to get in there. Like,
so
sheesh.
so so Rastic, what happened there? How did how did they fall short in that
Hold
situation?
on,
Because
before I speak on that, I want to ask y'all what the reporter asked Giannis. Do y'all consider that shit a failure or no?
what
Fuck
what
what
I
Giannis
told
talking about. With all due respect,
you, what I told you the
He
last
said,
time.
"Fuck what Giannis talking about."
with all due respect, Giannis. If I had to look up failure in sports, bro, if I had to write a definition for it, bro,
It'll be that.
it'll be y'all starting five, it'll be y'all team roster, it'll be your coach, it'll be y'all posted up with this record, and then first round exit to play in team. That's the
Mm.
So, all right.
definition.
Do you feel like the back contusion thing, like
hmm
is that irrelevant? Like,
They was losing. They was losing beforehand, right? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, man. They was losing before he hurt his back.
yeah,
He hurt his back. They kept losing. You know, he
they
came back and
they
got sent
can't.
back home. I don't know, bro. There's a lot of backing up going on, a lot of back shit going on, a whole lot of back
Type
shit.
shit.
Yeah, he gotta go. They gotta go back to the drawing board. It's time. Yeah, it's time to back it all the way up, cause and
But
then the coach, like, how do you know what was he doing? This guy, I'm like, yeah, y'all, nah,
Yo,
y'all
he
ain't.
ain't make no adjustments, right?
What you doing?
and I mean
Man,
and
he getting crucified everywhere because of like, oh yeah, we just stay 1-on-1. You know, bro,
Yeah,
he
like
bro,
no double team, no like
bro,
no
just sticking
traps
to
in the.
them boys are just sticking to it, bro. Like what hey, we one of the best defensive teams in the league. We've been doing this out, bro. That shit ain't working right now. He rotisserizing everybody. If y'all
Yeah,
don't come help this man,
hmm,
if y'all don't come help Drew and stop playing like that, he
yeah.
playing with Drew out there I say somebody help get him off of him. You ever seen somebody just tearing somebody up outside, beating them up, and you want to tell them, man, go help that man, get him up off of
Yo,
him.
hey, go break that up,
Right there,
man.
y'all need to stop
blow the
this,
whistle.
bro. Please, I say,
Yo,
bro, they
Antro
out of
funny
bounds,
as fuck.
bro, for real, bro. Because I rocks with Drew. That's what you gotta understand. I rock with Drew Holiday. So this was hurting my feelings.
Yeah, without a doubt.
No, that's a fact.
Yeah,
I,
definitely.
I was definitely kind of taken back by it, like, cause
Mhm.
listen, I was saying it like at first I was like, yo, these niggas, at first that first Joan, I'm like, man, they might have a chance to do something, right? But I thought I was just talking shit.
Mhm.
I thought Giannis and them was gonna turn it up, like,
Nah, bro, they all switch was broke.
Mhm.
They be was stuck on off because they couldn't beat them, bro. And then it was
Yeah,
crazy
that
because it was
shit
some
was
close
broke.
games too. So it's not like it's like damn, did
Yeah.
they just? But I think they got their number, bro. Like go look at the history between the Bucks and the Heat, bro. I want to say they just sent them home like three of the last like they last 2-3 times getting sent home. I think it was from Miami, wasn't it? Or either Miami or the last 2-3 times they played, they sent them home, or two of the last three or
Yeah,
something like that.
it definitely was like it was that because remember when the Jimmy Buckets did it the last time. They ended up sending them home before they went to go see what was that was it the Suns?
Believe so.
I
but
can't
the
remember.
but you're right, Antho. I mean, it was an overtime game that Buckets dropped 42, the Freak dropped 38. But what I'm seeing in the difference was the defense and the rebounds, because the Heat they had like three players and close to double digit rebounds.
Yeah.
So that for an overtime game, that absolutely can be a difference when you got Giannis, he got 20 of them things, but Middleton, he only had 6 boards. Um, B Lopez, he had 10. But yeah, Jay Holiday, we just needed more out of you, bro.
And I ain't gonna front though. Lopez was balling.
Yeah.
Lopez was like really trying to like give it
Hey,
his all for real.
only a free agent this year too, I think.
Yo,
Is he?
Lopez
Oh,
was really balling. I
yeah,
Yeah,
wonder if he
I
fuck
saw
with
one little
Houston.
sports pod. They was saying they was trying to get. They might try to. Well, they ain't saying they might. They say that they would like for him to come to Houston.
Oh
Brook
man, that'd be
Lopez
crazy.
could play with all these young players around him, all these young guards we got, and you can have him holding it down. And if they fuck around and get Wimby and Brook Lopez, 1-2 would be nice down low.
we need Capella back. That's what we need.
I
Bring,
wouldn't be mad at it.
bring Capella back.
I wouldn't be mad at it at all.
Indeed. So yeah, that was womp 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 for the Greek freak in them, you know. But
Yeah, that was a shocker. That had to be the upset of the whole the whole NBA.
And homie was frustrated, boy. He had to say something about that. Told that man, you asked me the same question last year.
what?
Oh crap.
Yeah, he was definitely in his feels for real.
Yeah, he wasn't rocking with that. He wasn't rocking with that at all.
Yes, sir. I wish the fourth horseman was here because he was hyped. He was hyped.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like,
definitely.
why
Hey,
you
yeah,
say
Oh
we got
yeah,
to start out
he
with
say they
Bronson?
gonna win it. He told me they winning the West. I mean winning the East. They gonna win it.
they went in
He
the
did.
East.
That's what he say.
Oh
Yeah.
man, they gotta go through New York.
Hey, I
Ah,
couldn't wait to hear from you. You know I've been
yeah.
waiting patiently, Red.
Man,
That's
they
why.
gotta go through New York. You feel me? The train
Shout,
stops in New York.
shout out to Cussa B King. He has a performance in Harlem this weekend.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
shout out to
Yeah,
J
big
Pat for that,
shout
definitely.
out to the fourth
salute.
horseman. He'll be in Harlem performing. You know. But yeah, he said that with his chest. They gonna win the East, and I said, well, buckets usually, y'all know what a supernova is. It's a star that burns real bright, then it burns out.
And then it be gone.
That's buckets. Yeah, I mean, he gonna
Mhm.
run out of juice because you got 2 games in the Garden. Yeah, I mean, and that Garden crowd is so super hyped right now that the momentum is going to carry over, and I don't
Yeah, the
see
Garden gonna be the sixth man.
I don't see the Heat stealing one in the Garden, and that's what they would have to do to beat the Knicks. They have to steal one in the Garden, and Bucket's going to be burnt out. He don't have that. Yeah, big, but
That was
shout,
my whole point that I had made to J Pan when we discussed it. Was
uh-huh.
that like I mean, I'm all for Jimmy. I think Jimmy is a great. But what
Yes,
we've been seeing happen, multiple playoffs, is Jimmy go out there and give everything he got.
yes, sir. We want
And
him here when he went to Philly. We wanted him here in the Rock.
exactly,
Come
you
home, Jim.
know, exactly. We was telling him come home because we know what he gonna give. But
Yeah,
what
he.
happens is he ain't if he also ain't physically the specimen that a lot of these other cats is. So it's like the physical toll that it take on any player will be tough. But Jimmy ain't like no Jimmy go out there and bang. He be physical. He play ball, and he
Mm-hmm.
ain't no super large human doing this. You feel me? So
Big
when
facts.
you gotta have other elements and other complementary pieces that compensate for the lack of big size or You know, definitely more scoring. Think about it. He done lost Tyler Hero, who was a 20 point per night cat. Like you can't look over a
That's
20
gonna be
piece
the change. That's what's going. That's really gonna be the crazy deciding factor too. Is like Tyler Hero,
for sure. Ain't no way. I'm
like
sorry. They wasn't to me. They wasn't
who gonna replace that
exactly, bro. And they didn't have enough offense, in my opinion, before he went out.
before
So
he went out? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so without his 20 a night, it's just a matter of time before that wick run out on that flame that is Jimmy Buckets. But it's gonna be a beautiful candle while we watch it burn.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Game
yeah.
one this Sunday
This Sunday,
at
yeah.
noon in the Garden. Buckets and the Heat face. Is Julius Randle back?
No, he was. I don't know. I don't know if he's day to day or what. He tweaked that ankle again in that
To
last game.
to
But
me, that
the Knicks actually play better without him anyway. So it's like it's
yeah.
really like a catch-22. You want him there, you know what I mean? Because he's a body and he could get physical. But if he don't, I ain't really too scared of it
Mm-hmm.
because I mean Bam. I think Bam gonna have a long. Bam gonna have to pack a lunch. You know what I'm saying? Because we got three big men that's something
Three
crazy
boys
right now.
for sure. Absolutely.
Like Mitchell go Mitchell playing some of his best basketball right now.
Mhm.
Um, then Hartenstein coming off the bench is playing amazing with the good defense, good rebounding. Any that
Former
outlet
Houston
pass,
Rocket. Former
yeah,
Houston
yeah,
Rocket. I'm gonna just throw
absolutely,
that out there.
absolutely.
Indeed.
And then Sims too. Like it's like you got three hurdles you got to get over as Bam. I'm like pack a lunch. Like Bam is Bam though. I mean
Yeah.
I'm not don't take nothing away from Bam because Bam is Bam. But I just think it's gonna be a real taxing series on him too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree, bro. I think it's gonna be real intriguing, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be real intriguing because I mean, it's so for sure it's gonna be the best opportunity to beat Miami by far. And it's like,
I ain't gonna hold you. I wanted Miami instead of the Greek Freak in them. It was just
yeah,
like like
straight up,
so it's
you're
cool.
gonna have the best chance beating Miami by far. Um, in my opinion, because it's like to me, like I said, the history between Milwaukee and Miami is something else. It's something to that. I think I don't know what it
Yeah.
is, but they got their number.
Mm-hmm.
And
And I also think
yeah,
Jamie.
it's something. My fault, y'all.
No, go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's something to that. And so it's like I really want to see what I really want to see what that's gonna look like without Tyler Hero though. And then when you talk about lack of a overall team scoring, and
Yeah.
then that crowd in New York. Hey man, hold up, man. That might be tough.
My thing is, what do you think? Do you think that the sweep can possibly happen?
Ooh, I don't think that. You think
I don't
that?
think it is. I don't think it is either. But it's good to just imagine. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Jimmy Buckets ain't gonna let that type of shit happen. Like he gonna go ape shit at least one game where it's like nigga, I put it all on my back if I got to. Like you know.
Right, right. That's why I say I never pick a sweep over Jimmy. Like
Yeah,
you sweep Jimmy, you really like I'd be scared of whatever team can sweep Jimmy is a scary team. I'd be scared of that team personally. Because you're gonna have to really put that dog. That's a fire you gotta go stomp out.
no, that's a fact. That's a fact. I don't see it. I don't see it. The sweep. I do feel confident though that the Knicks is
Is
gonna be
going
able
to the
to.
Eastern Conference Final.
The only team I see, the only team I see scary is Philly. Like Philly, just
Literally,
Philly.
what about my young bro? Don't disrespect my young bulls in Boston,
Let's
bro.
let's get into that series. We'll
Yeah,
transfer
let's
to
transition it
that.
because
Okay,
Okay, you right. Put some respect. I respect it. I respect it. I respect it.
That's all I'm saying, man.
you
I
see that
put some respect
performance?
on they said.
Did you see that performance on all cylinders?
Come on, man. 30
The
points,
block.
14 boards, 31 points. Come on, bro. Them
But I
You,
feel like with Boston though, because we fared good with them in the regular season. I think in 7 games we could beat them. I don't know if we could beat Philly in 7.
okay. So you would prefer Boston
I
as a match?
think slightly though. It ain't like a landslide. Slightly, only for the matchups. Like the matchups. I think we might match up a little better with Boston, only because boy is a problem though. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. I
I
ain't
ain't
gonna
mad
hold
at you. Hey, listen, the
you.
reason
He
I'm
is
not
a
gonna say
problem though.
nothing, the
If
reason I ain't
Brown,
gonna say nothing is because I'm actually happy for the Knicks right now and all the Knicks fans. Cause y'all
no
real
doubt,
life to be back in the Eastern Conference Finals.
no
And that's just
doubt.
and I know that
And
that's
it's good to
big.
talk about. It's good to even. It's like it's not far fetched. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Like
Like
just last year, we was happy to win like a series if we could, and we didn't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
to see
this is
now, like, okay, yeah, these boys real life could be in the conference finals against somebody right now. Like
you know what I'm saying. That's a good.
especially because of how the chips fell. Like I say with Miami, it's like they fucked around and lost hero. Like
Yeah,
that's 20 a night from a defensive minded team. Like the thing with defensive minded teams is that you gotta uh you cherish your scorers because that ain't what you really built around.
yeah,
But they crucial because you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because that ain't what you built around. You ain't built around scoring.
yeah.
So
No,
your
that's a fact.
scorers is needed. So when you go, man, I say so, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then Jimmy busted his ass and had the back injuries too. So I don't know when he gonna start tightening up or getting a little stiff, and maybe he ain't able to quite. You know,
Yeah,
one of them nights he
that's
ain't
you.
quite as mobile as he normally would be. You feel me?
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
So yeah,
That's a
I'm
fact.
I'm I'm definitely ready to see that. That's probably my favorite series of the next round. I don't think Philly gonna be able to fuck with my boys in Boston,
And
especially because I ain't heard nothing else about Embiid either. Like
No,
yeah, they
I'm looking
is
at
it?
the reports now, and they pretty
but
much, they
then the
still got
76
him.
what they
It says Thursday and
didn't they just
Friday.
perform a sweep?
They said well, no, they did against the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, they've been chilling for a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah. That's but I still ain't heard nothing about what you say they said about Embiid, bro.
Yeah, he had doctor's appointments yesterday and today. So come Monday, I say turn it on. Turn it.
Homie still on doctor's appointments. So like that tell me all I need to know. Cause guess who finna be down there and not finna give a damn about him being sore when he trying to jump and swat everything? Robert Williams. He don't give a damn about no goddamn back soreness. You got if you ain't 100% and you come out there trying to man, listen, Robert Williams is a handful even if you is 100% on defense. A dude is a
Yeah,
problem on defense. So if Embiid come out there any type of hampered and you got to deal with Rob and Al Horford down low, stop it, bro. You seen what Al Horford did to Giannis when Giannis was when he had to step up to that challenge last year. Gave that boy a 30 ball and dunked on him. Boys don't like talk about that.
yeah.
Gave that boy Giannis a 30 ball and put him in the rim one time, man.
He said,
Yes.
"Boys don't like to talk
They
about
don't like to
that."
talk about that. You know, we all love Giannis, so respect to Giannis. But hey, old Al, yeah, you want one of his posters from last year. I know you remember. Yeah, I know you remember.
Take that.
Definitely striking the pose with that one last year. Put him right in there. So, and he got that corner three is, when you get folks, then they got Malcolm Brogdon this year, bro, creating off the bench. That's what they was missing last year. You remember when we was talking about them last year? I had picked them to win last year just because I felt like they were just better than the Warriors. but they didn't have the facilitation, so they wasn't a better team yet. They needed to be a better team. You know what I'm saying? But I feel
I can
now with
agree
the
with that.
team element, the facilitator that Michael Brogdon is, six man of the year coming off the bench like that, an element they didn't have. Imagine this: you go to the finals one year, then you add a six man of the year the following year. They are gonna be a
Yeah,
problem, bro.
yeah, absolutely.
They're gonna
And he
be a problem.
squeaked it out, and he squeaked it out against my man. You feel
Yeah,
me,
and
Emmanuel?
all due
Quickly,
respect to the homie over there. All
he
respect
squeaked
to the
it
homie
out. No, he
quickly.
squeaked it out.
Respect to quickly, man, because he definitely was definitely the runner up and respectfully deserved it for sure, for sure. He
Yeah, it might
deserved
Embiid
it.
was
might should
going.
have been a Cole. It should have been a
Yeah,
Cole.
I wouldn't have been mad at it if they went that
Yeah,
route. That's
I would have
cool.
definitely fucked with that too. I'm not even mad that he did because of who
Homie was
he.
truth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like I'm
Michael
not even
Brogdon
mad
went
at that.
crazy
You
this
know what
year.
I'm saying? I'm not mad
Homie
at that
really
at
went
all.
crazy this year for them. Like I say, it was a clear notice that, like, oh yeah, they got something coming off the bench. And then think about it. That's something that's coming off the bench that can, on any given night, he mess around, get hot, give you 25, 30. And
Yeah.
then Tate Dog can give you 40. And Brown can give you 40 and 30 on any given night. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they do that on a regular basis. I think they wanted a I think they put it a stat up that they one of three combinations to
Mm-hmm.
ever both drop 30 in a closeout game or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Yep. It was. I think that.
and
Yeah,
a lot of them was like old school combos, like Havlicek and you feel me, the sorts
yeah.
like that type. So yeah, they doing something over there to not be ignored, bro. And I think it's easy to kind of look over it, just like it was last year. I told my partner at the beginning of the season last year that I had the Celtics as a championship contender at the beginning of last year before they went. He was like, "Nah, bro, they about 3 years away." I say, "Nah."
Mm-hmm.
I say, "Nah, bro." I
No,
s-
nah.
you got to think about how many times they've been knocking at that door already, bro. My boy Tate Dog came into the game. Uh, my boy Tay Dog came into the game dunking on my boy Brum Run at 19 years old in the conference finals. We
Mm-hmm.
not talking about nobody. They been knocking at that door a long time. And I'm a Brum fan, but I'm a Tay Dog fan too. Like I say, I've been rooting for Tatum since he committed to Duke.
Yeah, Tatum
And
a bad boy, man.
man, listen, my boys in my job was like, damn, this boy here, you fuck with him, huh? I was telling everybody, man, y'all don't whoever go before Tatum is a mistake. I said that shit in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
In that draft class, you know who went before him, bro?
Ooh.
Markel Fultz
Oh man. Yeah,
and Lonzo Ball.
Mm.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Shout out to our. Is that your you?
You was bad at 1,000 on that one.
Come on, bro. You tell me who you would have took out of them three in that draft. Come on, bro. I say whoever don't take Tay Dog, yeah, that ain't it.
Yeah.
You gotta take Tate. Hey, they went with the hype. They went with the hype. Now, Markel Fultz, he's a solid prospect. He's a solid prospect. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
knock
I
it.
mean, but he not Tatum though.
He not Tate Dog, bro. Tate Dog could be the best in the league one day. He could be the best doing it at one point. I could see a season coming around where they be like, who's the best player in the NBA right now? And Tatum being who they wrenching. Because remember, homie just turned 25 last month.
for
That's
sure.
what's crazy.
Yeah.
Homie just turned 25. And think about what I said. He was in the conference finals at 19. He backdoor in conference finals with success. The only time I think they really fell off success wise was when they had Kyrie for that little while. If you
That's
Oh
remember
yeah.
Tatum, you remember
that's what
Tatum and
got.
Kyrie played together.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I always think back on that now, like, damn, I wish Kyrie was a better leader because I think that would have been able to be something that could have really been nasty if they had made that work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody that can create their own offense like a Kyrie. Because remember, what they was missing against the Warriors to me was a true facilitator. They didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you had so many fucking turnovers, historic amount of turnovers from Tatum and Brown. They just taking turns giving the balls to the other team. I'm like, bro, where is the real point guard? Where is the real facilitator? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they're gonna be well equipped this year to go ahead and make that next step.
Yeah, that's the point that I was going to make 3 years ago. Barring the injuries, Williams was hurt, Jalen Brown was hurt, and they went the distance with
Yes,
injury.
sir.
So with that being said, the three between the three of us, I believe all three of us have the winner coming out of the East. With
Yes, I do have the winner coming out of the East.
Let me ask both of you guys this: what are the chances of someone coming out of the West with a title?
Mm, that's a little bit more sticky. Damn, that West is.
Say it again, bro. What you had said, I was talking to my son. Close my door, son.
I was
Thank you.
surprised. I was surprised at how the Suns gelled. I didn't expect them to gel this season.
Yeah, but you know what I will say, bro?
Hmm.
They are very shallow. Like, why they gotta play so many minutes? You see all the minutes them boys robbing? That
Yeah,
bitch is high garbage.
yeah,
It gotta be. They
yeah,
can't get nothing from him.
yeah. You do need a bench.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's going to, you know, the Jimmy Butler effect that we spoke on?
Uh
That's not just to Jimmy. That is not a knock on Jimmy. That is
huh.
called being human.
Yeah.
What happens is if your team is not deep enough and you don't have a supporting cast that's performing at a caliber, it ain't even about names. That's what I always tell folks too. I don't care about how big the superstar names is. Are they producing? Are they performing up to what they name is? And Jimmy ain't got nobody over there performing. Like who performing
No,
with Jimmy?
I think I'm going with Golden State out the West.
Golden State out the
Golden
West.
State.
I think I'm going with Golden State out the West.
I
Only
respect.
because of the experience and they know how to play under pressure.
Yeah, I respect it.
And it's
I'm gonna
gonna
go
come
with Go
down to
James.
some.
You know me, I'm biased. I'm gonna admit that I'm biased, but I also am going to admit that I have sound reason also why I picked the Lakers to come up.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it because
Yeah,
it's people. It's
I'm.
people that's picking the Lakers. It's people that's picking
Yeah,
the
I
Lakers.
picked the Lakers to come out the West. I think
And
they're
they
gonna be.
jailed. They jailed. Going off of what
Come
Paulie
on,
said
talk
about the
about
Suns.
gelling quick. Yeah, talk about gelling quick, like we just talked about. Hey, when they
Yeah,
play how they play it, they hard to deal with.
yeah. They came together pretty quickly and
Best
it's
team in the
looking
NBA since the trade deadline. Best defense in the NBA since the trade deadline.
it's looking promising. It is looking promising.
So my only question be, can we stay healthy? And that ain't just AD. Shit, I want at this point I'm a LeBron fan, but I'm also a realist, and I understand that the human body, no matter how much you condition it, has human limits. And at the age of 38, logging as many minutes as he done logged playing basketball, it ain't like a regular 38-year-old in the NBA either. Like, that's the
Yeah,
thing about it. Ain't no other 38-year-old played more basketball than him, and he 38 on top of that. So imagine that you would be old anyway to be hooping, and ain't no other hooper at your age played more basketball than you done played at this age. So it's a
20.
lot of miles on him.
what do
20
y'all
plus
feel about
points.
uh 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 Denver?
Man,
If I was to be honest with my Vegas analysis, I would pick Denver coming out. My heart is with Braun. I want to see. I'm thinking of Braun with that Cleveland. This is for you, and he backed the whole team down. And
yeah. But see, that's why I'm not looking for that run no more. You feel what I'm
I'm not
saying?
looking for it, but if he has to, he will,
Right.
and he should.
As much as he can, for sure.
He should
As
because
much as the body allows.
AD is unpredictable. AD is just coming into his realization that, hey, I got to play physically. You know what I mean? He's just now
Yeah.
getting. he getting it, and when he came out of the box, he's like, oh, the reporters asked him what's the difference. He said, I just came out playing more physical. Duh, it's a physical game. Get out here, throw some elbows. If you get knocked down, don't give us that face like get up
I
like a
mean, we
man.
are talking about Mr. Glasshouse, like,
Oh,
like,
Hey,
you know
I
what
ain't
I'm
gonna
saying?
lie.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie. We definitely got our question marks about it.
street clothes.
cause that nigga, if we he watched this podcast and hear us talking about him, he might get injured.
Oh, don't do my boy like that.
Wow, he did it.
Don't,
He
don't
did it
do my
first.
boy that way, man.
Nah, but I I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers came out of the West at all.
Yeah,
But
yeah, no, I wouldn't either.
if I
For
was
sure,
gonna
for
throw
sure.
some money on it, I would put the Nuggets coming out of the West.
Yeah, that's your MVP over there. I ain't gonna even get onto that, but that's your MVP.
That's my MVP. Triple double in the playoffs. He has 7 triple doubles in the playoffs. Only puts him up in big men in triple doubles with Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain. The only ones
Yeah.
that
You know
Yeah, I
where
can
we go,
respect that.
and I think we always go separate. Me and P go separate on this conversation every time, and it's just for this season. But it ain't for all time, cause like all time, I'm with him. Like the Joker, all time to me, just he's still above Embiid just because of everything he do. But this season, leading the league in scoring again, back to back from the center position. When was the last, bro? I'm gonna ask you because you ain't been in the conversations with us, bro.
Hmm.
Who was the last center to average over 30 per game? Or matter of fact, I'm gonna just give you make it a little easier. What year do you think it happened? The last center to score 30 per game in the NBA, and he done did it just for the record, back to back seasons of over 30. Last year he gave us over 30 a game, and he backdoored it this year with another 30 per game season. What year do
Yeah.
you think that happened at, bro? Last time we had it, 81. I'm gonna go ahead and save you the hassle. It ain't been
81.
done
Who?
since 81. It
With
ain't been
the
done since
Dream?
no. It was
Moses Malone.
Moses Malone.
Oh,
Moses
okay,
Malone.
okay.
Not since
81. Not since Dream.
1981 had we even seen a cat do that, bro. You know how it
Shaq ain't do that?
never averaged 30 a game.
He averaged like 26, somewhere around
Think
there.
about
Okay,
that, bro. And we know how
okay.
difficult Shaq was to deal with in his peak. And he
Yeah,
never gave us
okay.
30 a night. And he done did it 2 years in a row. I gotta get that man his flowers. I'm not gonna let that man do that. And I'll be standing on the side that gave the Joker 3 in a row and then recognize him giving folks 30 2 years in a row. I gotta give him his, bro. I got to. That's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
me.
absolutely. Joker, like Joker.
I respect Joker.
When I first ever see, I was like, this nigga different. Like
He is, bro. There's no way around
he
it.
different. Like
Guess
so,
what? Guess what
I
else
definitely fuck
happened
with
this
that.
season?
Huh?
Guess what else happened this season? That's a 1981 stat.
What's
First
that?
round sweep by the Sixers without Embiid. He wasn't there. That happened this
Oh, here we
season, bro.
go.
This
Here we
season
go.
they
He missed
swept.
one game against a struggling Brooklyn team who is not the Brooklyn team that was even there at the beginning of the year.
It's
Come on, bro. The
playoffs,
only person over there worthwhile. Think about this. You know who they leading player is?
but it hasn't happened since 1981.
Mikal Bridge. Think about this though, bro. Just be real. The number one player on that team was Mikal Bridges, who was like the third or fourth option on the team he just came off of, and he not even a full season into being over there yet, bro. Let's allow
Right.
that man to at least get ingratiated with his team before we decide to say, oh yeah, like yeah, they swept him. Man, you swept like they just got together last week and he the best player, and the best player on the team was the fourth best player on the other team he just came from. Bro, come on, bro. We can't do that like that,
Yeah, he
bro.
Hey,
said,
we
Let's
was
"Hey,
let's be
talking.
real.
We talking this season though. You said this
And
season.
this season, he just got. As a matter of fact, you talking this season? I'm talking 2 months ago. That's when Mikal Bridges got there. You talking the whole season? Mikal Bridges ain't been there for 2 months or so, bro. 3 months.
It
What you
Come
happened.
say?
on, man.
You said give him a chance to get what?
You got to get ingratiated with his squad, bro. You can't just throw my man out there uningratiated. Come on, man. We
But they
gotta
did
give
it
him.
without Embiid. That's
But
like
bro, you don't necessarily need Embiid if your best play. Bro, think about the names I'm finna tell you: James freaking Harden, Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey. Bro, these are all names that you know more than you know Mikal Bridges until he got traded for now you might have not know Tobias. No, you should know Tobias Harris more than Mikal Bridges because his
Yeah.
name been established in the league for sure. So it's like every name that I named was on the Sixers. The only name that I mentioned that was like, oh yeah, that guy is Mikal Bridges. That's it, bro. That's all they really had. That team, yeah, if they really a championship contender, you beating the Brooklyn Nets, who was not in any way, shape, or form a championship contender yet, without your best player for one game, I guess pat on the back. But it ain't definitely in no way an indictment of Embiid or a celebration of your team because you beat Mikal Bridges and Co. Come on, bro.
they
I
well
Come
said
on,
it
bro.
cold.
they
Hey, Mikael
playoff
Bridges
record.
and company.
Listen. Let's go to their playoff record without Embiid.
Yeah.
He missed 8 games and they won 6 of them. You putting too much
Over. Oh, he missed 8 games and they won 6 of them over his career, right?
playoff games.
Over his whole career, though, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about this year. Maxie wasn't part of none of them. This was Maxie's first go round. James Harden wasn't part of none of them. This his first
Joker.
go round. And if you really want
Joker.
to judge those teams, who was on those teams?
Joker for MVP. Joker for MVP. Let me
Come
go.
on, bro.
Let me go downstairs and see if my dad.
Hey, he said Joker for MVP.
Yeah, bro. He a Joker guy, man. I'm like,
I
I'm not
fuck with it.
mad
I
at the
fuck with
Joker
it.
play.
I fuck
I
with it.
rocks with Joker the long way. I'm more of a fan of the
We're gonna
facilitator over the pure
take,
scorer. That's my preference.
we're gonna take
Yeah.
this downstairs to a Hall of Fame basketball player.
Oh man, here we go.
Yeah.
He finna go get pops on me, man.
Yeah. Look, this. I found out what happened to. Okay, we got a report on Embiid. Let me see.
Yo,
What
this is
happened?
I finished. So
Yeah, oh, you being petty. He being petty, bro.
he said you being petty.
He being petty, bro.
here you go.
He said, here you
Look,
go.
here you go.
Oh man, what do you got? Going up a yonder?
He said he going up yonder. Yeah.
That's what
Yo.
you saying, bro? That's how you feel, bro? He going up yonder?
He said just listen. He said just listen to the bars.
Bro, that's how you feel, bro? He going up yonder, bro?
Put up yonder.
Wow, that's cold, family. What he got to do to prove to you, bro? What else you want? Like, if the 30 ball won't do
I
it, like,
need I
what?
need him when he get in the paint not to be lost and clumsy and all of that stuff.
Bro, I think
He
you
said
really
all
just
that
lost
stuff.
in the past, bro. I think you too. I think you doing the same stuff
I would
that folks used to do to
let me
Giannis, bro.
let me
Think
say
Giannis
this.
used to
Oh,
be
go ahead.
clumsy. Facts. He came into the league, looked like a deer in headlights. But that's not him today. And MB was the same way. Big,
Let me
lanky, hadn't filled out yet, and would sometimes look a little lost. That's not MB today, bro.
let me add to this, right? Because I definitely the past 2 years was Joker all day, right? And I
Yeah,
when I was
three P.
when I was in the whole mix of the Joker and B thing, I was thinking about last year too, and that's what had me biased. Like, fuck no, and B when it count is not that. But watching him made me a believer for real. I was like, okay,
He's
Yeah,
very improved. He is very improved. I will give him that.
absolutely.
Very improved.
And he was hard though. Last year, that improvement is hard because last year he was crazy too. But towards the end of the season, he started doing the
Okay, I'll give him
you
the
know
MIP. He get the MIP.
most the MIP
Yeah, I give him the MIP all day.
most improved player.
Yeah,
But
Okay.
how you gonna get most improved as the leading scorer in the league?
he's not the most valuable. He's not even playing right now, and they're still winning
They
And
without
then
him.
won
got the
one game, P, against Mikal Bridges and Cole. What are you talking about? Mikal Bridges and Cole, P. That's who they won against, and they won one game. After he just averaged man, come on, bro. Come on, bro. What are we talking about? They swept the Brooklyn Nets, who just left. Bro, think about what Brooklyn is right now. If Brooklyn had to play the whole season, when they first lost in pieces, they was like number 3, right?
Hmm.
What did they drop, bro? Like to like number 7, 6. So that just showed you, bro, like right there, where the trajectory for that team was going after that
look,
trade, bro.
let me ask
After
y'all this: if the trade don't happen, what y'all think happens?
if Brooklyn see Philly with Kyrie, KD, and Cole,
Yeah,
it's a different motherfucking story.
what happens? What's the end result?
I ain't gonna. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't gonna. I
He said,
ain't.
"Oh no,
I
I ain't
don't
know."
want to even throw because I like Embiid, but if Embiid was missing, I put it like this. I put this on. I bet my bottom dollar on
If
this.
Embiid was missing, it wasn't going down like
If
that.
Embiid was missing against that Brooklyn Nets team, we wouldn't be having no conversation about they winning without Embiid. I promise you, it wouldn't be happening. But if you go against the fourth best player on his old team and bring him here and dress him up as a leader, yeah, yeah, you might can sweep them. You can might sweep them if you playing charades. You got fourth best players out there playing. Come on, bro.
Yo, he said if you playing charades.
And I rock with Mikal Bridges, but not as no leader of mine, not as
Yeah,
the number one
I
go
like
to.
Mikal Bridges too. I like Mikal, but I
Hell
don't
yeah,
see
he
him
nice. He a
not as
nice piece.
the team leader. I like he's a solid
Oh, come
like
on,
role
bro.
player for real.
I pick him all the time on my sports picks, right? It ain't got nothing to do with me thinking he no star. I just know that he all they got. Shit, hell, Brooklyn, yeah.
So
Whatever his
he
over
gonna
under
get
is
his.
on the sports pick, he gonna get that because he get all the shots. They ain't got nobody. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. What is it? Oh, they got him at 20, 25. Shit, he gonna give him 28 tonight. I ain't worried about like if he be hitting because come on, man, like they ain't got nothing over there for real, bro. The Brooklyn Nets season was over when they got that trade. When that trade happened, their season was over. We just
Yeah,
saw the
I
dead
feel like
body
it.
out there for four
I feel
games.
like
That's
it
all
was
you saw. It
over.
was a
Yeah.
carcass. That was a carcass of the Brooklyn Nets for 4 games. That's all you see.
Hey, P, I feel you with the Joker shit though. I feel you though.
I rock
I
with Joker. I
yeah,
ain't never
bro,
say
rock
I
with
ain't rock
Joker
with
too.
Joker.
No, you did. You did. Yeah, you said you fuck with him. All love to him.
Hell
Absolutely.
yeah.
I I do feel like Embiid
He's
has.
still ahead of Embiid all time. Is my point. That I'm not taking
Yeah,
him over. Like right now, he ain't did
I'm
enough
not
to
mad.
be over
Let me
him.
say that I'm not mad with Embiid getting MVP this year. I'm not mad at that.
No, I wouldn't be mad either because the 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 league is so biased and political. Like I'm not, I'm not surprised by nothing they do. But
Real deal.
3 times champion Joker, bring him on. Embiid, MIP,
Come on, P.
MIP.
Come on, P. We
MIP.
we we
Is Joker and Cole winning it all?
Is they
it's
going to win it all?
yeah. Tell me that then. Since he just your guy like that, if they gonna win it all this year, bro.
No, valuable to your team does not always take you to a ring.
Well, if your team was the best in the West and you the MVP, like you say, and your team is supposedly one of the deepest left in the finals. I mean, in the playoffs, if not the deepest. Let some people tell it. Shouldn't your MVP status propel you above to maybe a championship?
I
No,
don't
because
know
no,
because we
because I
just
don't
see
see him.
the
I
best
don't.
team in the league with their best record.
No, no,
But
no.
I
I
never
don't.
looked at. I never look at. And this is the difference too. I never look at. I never looked at Milwaukee as the best
That
team in basketball.
the it team. They just had the better best
They
record.
had the best players. I always feel like Giannis just kind of he can sugarcoat it. He can cover up a lot of. He is a big ass dry erase board. He erase a lot of ugly stuff for you. You know what I mean? Like he gonna come through and touch up everything for you. You know, but
Yeah.
sometimes when you need certain other elements, Milwaukee has proven to not really have them elements in the past. I mean, look on that last play when he jacked it up and it had to go out of his hand. Now who was really finna score for you?
Yeah. What?
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Anthro, let me ask you this, right?
Yeah.
Because I like your take and shit, right? What does Milwaukee need to go over that hump?
I feel Milwaukee needs like an improved version of Chris Middleton.
Okay.
You feel what I'm
Okay.
saying? Chris Middleton was the key to their victory back in the
No,
21
I
championship.
agree because I was about to go into Middleton being like a problem. Like Middleton is a
Yeah.
problem, but I do think they just need that one other piece. Like, do you
hmm
add somebody to
I
play with Embiid in Middleton, or do you replace Middleton with somebody that's a little more
See, that would be, I think it would be so much easier to just add because who else are you paying real money over there?
right, right, okay,
Right? Why take
yeah,
away a solid piece like Middleton away from that nucleus when he adds so much from a D and three perspective
yeah,
and a creator that if he was able to get another elite talent around him that allowed him to not have to even be as as assertive as he is and he can kind of play off ball, you know,
mm-hmm.
kind of the same way you see it working for the Warriors with what's his name, first round draft pick,
um, um,
but
um,
he like the third option over there. So Wiggins, the way
Wiggins,
Wiggins
yeah,
is now able to kind of be like, hey, y'all really looking at Steph, Clay. Dre might be the facilitator. Whoop, whoop. I'm able to come over here. It's more like even Poole was over there making noise first. So for
yeah,
him, he like shit. I'm able to come over here quietly. You know what I'm saying? Uh, do my own thing right here. Uh, and before you know it, you look up and I'm getting checked by the third or fourth option.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So I'm able to go off for 27 because even though folks were saying Wiggins was a bust, and I ain't gonna say a bust, but they were saying that he underachieved in some of their opinions before.
before he went to the Warriors,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
But
then he went there
he
and
was a problem over there too. He just
oh,
I feel
without
like he didn't.
question.
I feel like he didn't. They just didn't give him enough like help. Like they tried, I guess.
Exactly, and I think that's kind of a similar situation. If you
Yeah,
get him, if you get more around him, Middleton will probably be more than what he look like right now as the
yeah,
primary number, pretty much because West McCollum can't facilitate. They Giannis he has no real facilitation ability.
yeah.
They use Middleton and those other guys to be the creators. So you need an
Ooh,
elite
if
creator.
they get a elite like point guard
Yeah, elite guard. Because, like I
that
say,
could
I
draw the
always
double team
say,
or something.
yeah, bro, and let Giannis play off of the like pick and roll with an elite point,
Yeah, that'd be
and
crazy.
Middleton kind of be a spot up like slasher and shooter from 3 and D type off the ball. Yeah,
Yeah.
that team could be horrible to deal
I
with.
think that take yeah, I think that team is like that put them over the top. Like even if they get somebody
Hard.
that's considered like past a prime, like even like a Chris Paul or a
Yeah, that'll be nasty.
that'd be nasty, or even like a Westbrook over there.
Ooh, I like it. I think that'll
That'd
be
be
cheap.
nasty.
I think that'll be cheap and effective.
Yeah.
cheap
Cause
and
it's just
effective.
somebody to draw us just a little attention. They don't need a they don't okay. Just somebody to draw a little bit of attention that can facilitate, get
Yep.
the ball to players in their open spots.
And
Absolutely.
surround them with shooters.
And Giannis, think about what Giannis would be like.
Bro, it'll be hard to deal with. It'll be hard to deal with.
Giannis might
So
average like 40.
he definitely gonna be pushing for that MVP if he got the right pieces around because he give 100% effort all day. That's why I say
Yeah.
I ain't never questioning that boy Giannis effort. Never.
No,
I think he's gonna
absolutely.
always come 1,000%. I just think his game is truly limited. He not no elite dribbler, so you can cut
That
him
50
off.
though, that 50, that what is that? 50-51 ball when they won it.
Yeah,
That shit had me like, okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Hey, that year there,
I
that
was
boy
like,
was
yeah,
pushing through limitations. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, hey, think about this. He hit like 17 free throws in one of them games, I think.
yeah, yeah,
He missed 13 free throws in yesterday's game, though. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah. I didn't even think of that. Ooh,
The year he
yeah,
won, he made a whole bunch of them. Was out of his mind. He was having one of them years. But then when he
yeah,
came back to who he kind of really be, which is he ain't really the best three free throw shooter, and it wasn't that same juice, pushing him, and he kind of was just in that clutch mode. He wasn't in that mode. He missed 13 threes, and I think they lost by 6.
yeah. Come on, you gotta do that,
Come
especially in
on,
the
man.
playoffs.
That's you hit 50% and y'all
Yeah,
win. If you hit your average, y'all win. A little
yeah,
below your average. So I mean, or below average, and you win. So yeah, this he definitely got to take his piece of the blame for a tight loss when you got to the line like you did, and then you almost had a turnover in the game. They showed that because
yeah,
he ended up jumping and throwing it away.
yep. Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah,
So it's safe to
I'll
say
see you
that,
something.
man, on the East and the West, it's really up for grabs, man. This is when basketball is at its best.
Yes, sir.
Basketball is at its best.
Yes, sir. Oh, the draft just done kicked off. Got the Steelers on the clock.
Uh-huh.
Hmm. I got it turned down because when I put Beyonce on
Uh,
or halftime, I got a I got something from NFL saying I was out of
they
bounds.
done traded with the Bears. It's a trade. Okay, Steelers traded.
Mm-hmm. Draft from.
Yeah, the Bears had that pick at first. The Steelers just traded a wide receiver.
Right.
Basically, what they said. That's all right. Let's see. They can get after.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What you want to see y'all get today, Raz?
Huh?
What you want to see your boys get today?
Um, I really want to see us. I want to get us another like offensive lineman for real. I'm trying to think of who on the board.
Say an O lineman.
Yeah,
That'll be good. Okay, good play.
I want
I'm
us to
excited to
get.
see what Cowboys and the Texans do today, man. Texans doing some willing and dealing. You know the Texans after all of
Oh
that
yeah,
trading they
Texas on
did,
they
bro.
Texas is on they shit right now.
Bro, even after all them trades that trade they did, all them pieces they moved around, them boys still got 10 picks in this draft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Come down and join us, Rashi. We be in all stadiums.
Pick your
Washington,
poison.
Type shit.
Texas, the Stros, of course. Matter of fact, what I do it upstairs? Mm.
Give me a towel. Don't give me that gray towel on the floor. Yeah, man.
4 minutes. It's round two, pick 32. 4 minutes to the next trade.
That boy then traded. I wonder what they wanted so bad. They traded back up to the top of the second round.
Mm-hmm.
They need a cornerback. They going to get that boy out of Penn State then.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that's who they coming for.
Mm-hmm.
If they top need is a cornerback, they can go get homie out of Penn State.
Right.
Because he was ranked like number 12 or 17 in the league in the combine in the draft class. But I think Pro Football Focus. What's his name? Joey Porter Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was like ranked number 12 or 17.
Mm-hmm. Why all the brothers in the back of the room?
They probably fresh out the smoke session, bro.
Yes, sir. R.I.P. Franco Harris.
R.I.P. Jerry Springer too.
For sure. For sure. Them old Steeler fans.
I'm surprised they taking so goddamn long. Like if you traded up, I would imagine you traded up because you knew who you wanted. Why you need to take all the way down here?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You had all night to. I don't think folks can really be slowing down to after some pieces leave. Like, oh, okay, that's who I wanted at first. So now it's
Oh, you know who I want?
who
I
there, bro?
wasn't even thinking about because
Who there?
we need a receiver too. Boy, the one boy, Oklahoma. Um, oh, I can't think of it. Hold on, what's his name? Um,
I hope you ain't talking about my young bull out of Tennessee. That's the receiver I want. I
Marvin
don't think.
Mims. Marvin
Oh, Mims,
Mims.
yeah, Mims, nice. He nice.
I
What
wanna,
kind of?
I wanna
Where
see
he
us.
went?
I wanna see us get Mims, and I'm looking for line. Who? Because we had like 57, I think. Think we had 57.
I can't wait to see where that tight end can go too from Notre Dame. Michael Maher. He was a top 30 prospect, top 20 prospect. Yeah,
Yeah.
top 20 prospect too. It's a lot of tight ends left that was high prospects too. That big boy out of Georgia, Darnell Washington.
We could get Cody too if he Cody the one boy Cody Mock,
Maher.
but but who I'm trying because I'm trying to see who gonna be there at 57. But I think we gonna really pick a. I want us to pick a O line, but I think we gonna pick a receiver because they wanna cash in on that big ass contract they gave Danny Dom.
Oh yeah.
So I
What
think
I
we gonna
told
get a
y'all. I
receiver.
told y'all they was gonna go get that boy out of Penn State.
Yup, that's what they picked.
Joey Porter Jr.
Oh man, look, they fucking with it. They loving it.
They loving it. Yeah, homie the truth.
Facts.
Homie is the truth. That's a steal. He a definite steal.
Nigga, that's gonna have they draft
Do y'all
grade.
remember his daddy, Joey Porter? Y'all remember Joey Porter,
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
y'all?
yeah,
Joey Porter.
absolutely. Hey, they gonna get they gonna that's gonna raise they draft they grade.
Oh
They
yeah.
gonna be one of the ones
Highest
talked
rated
about.
draft classes.
They gonna be talked
Because
about.
they got a real number one draft pick. And that's the beauty of picking early in the second round.
Yeah,
You get multiple first round talents because usually somebody that skipped over a few first round talents.
yeah, and then they drop. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So you get the cream of the crop for the next batch.
Uh huh.
Even the third and fourth rounds, sometimes you get like second and third round grades on these players all the way in the third and fourth round.
Yeah.
So it'll be value in them picks. That's why today really the value picks be today and tomorrow. Like this really will show you good draft classes, good drafted organizations.
Yeah.
They go win on them days where you ain't just picking.
They dapping.
Yeah,
They
everybody
like,
lit.
yeah, y'all know the vibes. They like, y'all know the vibes, man. We did that.
The brother like, mm-hmm.
They like, we did that.
Yeah, that's a good look for them though.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't get these boys all that extra time. They got 2 minutes. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
They got an offensive tackle out of Georgia, quarterback. Good
Mm-hmm.
draft.
Not bad, not bad. Oh yeah, by the way, I did talk to my dad. He said LeBron for MVP.
Good show, Pops. I'm tripping.
Oh my. Booger, minute and a half. The Cardinals pulling up.
And this is the pick right here that Houston would have had, of course, if we didn't trade to get old boy.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate we had to give it up because there's so many good players still on the board I would love to have.
Mm-hmm. Pierce Johnson Jr. 7 picks. Yes, sir. LFX Media. Next year, we're gonna have to be at this event.
Yeah, I think that'll be dope. What a
Mm,
draft is. Let me look up. Oh, I ain't about to make, but we got another trade.
mm. The Titans.
Yep,
You see that Oilers hat?
I do.
Mm. Pull out. Yeah. And for
Hey,
those of
yo,
you who don't,
fellas,
go ahead.
I got to bust a move.
Do your
Oh,
thing,
for
Jay.
sure, Brody.
We about to close it out in a minute. Anyway.
Yeah,
We was just
Okay.
coming
Hey,
in.
touching
man, to
on that.
everybody watching, man, I love y'all, man. Tap in, lfxmedia.live.
For
Check me
sure.
out. Rastic TV on the YouTube, LFX Media on the YouTube, all of that gangster stuff, man. I love you guys. I'm out of here. Bang.
For sure, Brody. Be blessed, Brody.
Absolutely, absolutely.
For sure. Hey, everybody listening, I appreciate y'all. I always love y'all. Appreciate y'all allowing us to do what we do and share it with you. For sure, for sure. See y'all next time. Y'all know be on the lookout. It's your boy Antho 2 times. I holler at you later.
For sure,
Already.
for sure. LFXmedia.live. We appreciate you guys for coming out. Everybody who's tuned in on the Facebook, on Rasic's Facebook, on my Facebook, on LFX Media, YouTube, subscribe. We got the content for you. Subscribe. My name is Paji Carter. If you didn't know, now you know. See you on the next show.